Okay, alright, been a while. Things got a little weird, but here we go. We're gonna be having Mike versus Jake, and here we have Mike with Toxapex, Tangrowth, Landorus, Therion, Copperaja, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's the elephant. Classic. Mesprit and Drapion versus Jake's Magearna, Alakazam, Mega Pinsir, Diggersby, Dusknoir, and Tapu Lele. So we're going to take this time to also address that some of the rankings and ratings got a little messed up, so we're going to do a quick kind of reboot, refresh, and not have them for the next couple videos until we get it all sorted out. But in the meantime, we're just going to watch this game and have some good old competitive shenanigans go down. So Mike's not bringing a Mega. Instead, he's brought some pretty interesting stuff. Let's take a look at this stupid elephant. This elephant's apparently Steel type. I mean, obviously it is. How could you not tell? But he's got a couple Poison, Grass, Ground, Flying, Psychic. Yeah, so he's got 2 Poison and a Grass. And let's see, does Mike have any Fire? Doesn't look like it. Fire seemed to have been pretty good. Or Earthquake's going to be pretty good from Diggersby. Brings out some... Ooh. This is actually really nice. So the Intimidate on the Diggersby really does hurt it with reduced attack, and Earthquake is not going to hit Landorus Therion because it is a flying type. Hidden Power Ice going to do absolute wonders. And or just a fighting move. So I don't know, we'll have to try and see what comes out. I don't think it's bad for... I almost said the name wrong. Jake? Almost called him Greg. I don't think it's bad for Jake to send out Diggersby first, just to have like a really powerful Pokemon that can handle a couple poison types. But those poison types that Mike could have sent out are probably reactionary and not really the aggressive openers. Mike U-turning, probably switching in something like Assault Vest Tangrowth to potentially deal with a weakened Diggersby, but no, sends out Toxapex and resists the Ice Punch. Wow, he was on the more basic read that Jake was going to Ice Punch as Landorus and not just use Earthquake, which was the brainwave I was riding. So really good read from Mike, able to get some free damage and attack reduction on Diggersby. What's nice is Diggersby is weak to water moves, so if Toxapex has a non-stall move, at least it will be able to kill it. If not, Toxapex, pretty tanky, pretty bulky, should probably survive one Earthquake. So maybe it can get something up like a Toxic or a Spike, as done with its name. Oh, nope, instead he just lets it switch into Alakazam, and he went with a Scald. Pretty good, reasonable water attack on Diggersby, which would have been really solid. And it could have gotten a burn, which would have been dope. Diggersby probably would have been out of the match for a while. But now we have Alakazam, which is a... That's actually a really funny name. Because he's got the double spoons. That's a great name. Mike instead switching into Drapion, which is Poison Dark, which is great, but it is also immune to some sort... It's immune to Psychic, I believe, right? Dark's immune to Psychic, and was able to get a knockoff, dealing an insane amount of damage. Kind of a shame that Hidden Power Fighting, I'm gonna guess, is what it was. Hidden Power... No. Yeah? Whatever. The Hidden Power didn't go off correctly, or it didn't finish off Drapion, but Drapion easily handling Alakazam because it, because Alakazam is very low HP, very much a glass cannon, and knockoff dealing an incredible amount of damage. Mesprit coming out. Hidden Power Ground, which we now know because Levitate became immune to it. And now we have 2 Psychic types coming into battle. Fairy Psychic from Tapu Fini, right? Tapu Lele, my bad, whatever. Tapu Fini is the water one. And Mesprit sending up Trick Room. Oh, let's go. Jake kind of killing it with the names. Big fan of the Ghost of Big Chungus. All right. So with Trick Room set up, I wonder what we're gonna do now. Switch into the Steel Elephant, Copper Raja. I don't know how you pronounce that Pokemon. But this makes a lot of sense. Have a bunch of really slow Pokemon that are gonna go first and fast. Really deal some damage. I wonder what Mike has to handle Jake's Dusknoir. Ooh. Tangrowth eating the Will-O-Wisp, which is going to greatly reduce its damage. I don't know if Tangrowth is a physical attacker or a special attacker. I actually don't know off the top of my head. If it's physical attack, that's absolutely brutal. I wonder what we do here. It's most likely an Assault Vest Tangrowth. That's like a very common basic Tangrowth setup. Which makes Tangrowth like a pretty reasonable Pokemon, because you don't need to have it use one of your choice items or anything. Unfortunately, Jake punished for his own terrain. He used Shadow Sneak, which doesn't do anything because of Psychic Terrain. Pretty, oh no. Hold on. Alright, so let's see, we got Pursuit going off. Oh, Trick Room's up, never mind. So the berry ate the Shadow Sneak. Right, is that what happened? Or is it the Psychic thing that ate the Shadow Sneak? It's really hard to tell. Anyway, we still have one last turn of Trick Room going on. And Dusknoir being a pretty bulky Pokemon. Shadow Sneak again. Giga Drain coming out. Pinsir finally showing up. Giga Drain getting eaten by the Pinsir, which takes massively reduced damage. So if you're Jake, you kind of want to switch into something else, right? Landorus Therion being pretty good. Hyper Cutter blocking the reduction. A little unfortunate, but now we gotta hope that there's something in here, like a rock move coming out. Rock Slide. Oh, the miss. Unfortunate. And Return getting the kill. Big rip. Unfortunately, Rock Slide not 100% accuracy. What do we do now? Switch to Copper Raja, I guess, and hope that there's not a fighting type move? No, Toxapex. Okay, alright. Yeah, unfortunately the Landorus did enough against the Diggersby, but the Intimidate didn't go off. And the... no, the Rock Slide missed. So, we're doing everything we can to... I guess Mike's doing everything he can to try and hang on. Baneful Bunker resists the Earthquake, so now we know that there's an Earthquake online. What do we do next? Does Jake Earthquake again? In which case, the Mesprit comes out, or does he read the Mesprit switch and get the knockoff, which is exactly what he does. Unfortunate. There's one or two ways that could have gone. And it looks like Jake is in a very dominant lead with his Mega out. And Mike, unfortunately, not bringing a Mega to the party. And if I'm not mistaken, the Earthquake's gonna crush it. Yeah, and it looks like it's over. It's a big rip, unfortunately. Drapion's at 0%. We have Tangrowth. That's not going to do a whole lot because it is burned. And it is a grass type against a bug type. Mega Pinsir being able to do the setup was really good. Unfortunately, it did come down to that quick switch. Oh, Toxapex staying alive. Unfortunately, that doesn't really do anything for Mike getting in that read. It just doesn't pull anything off. The Toxapex being out eats another Earthquake with Baneful Bunker, but I mean, what happens? Nothing. Yep. And then a follow-up Earthquake from Jake. Yeah, unfortunately. Not a whole lot we can do here. Eats another return. Super effective. Down goes Tangrowth. Baneful Bunker eating yet another Earthquake. But at the end of the day, there's no way to kill this Pokemon. Mega Pinsir doing it well. Mike fighting on. Some good stuff. Yeah, kind of a big rip. Good stuff from Jake being able to play out pretty well. And good stuff from Mike for fighting up to the end, but unfortunately, the Rock Slide missing. Just a little bit too rough. Yeah, maybe have Bright bringing his Mega. Maybe bringing Mega Metachan might have been something. Just for the guaranteed fake out, and then maybe also an ice move and not just relying on the one rock move. But I don't know, good stuff. They both played pretty well. It's unfortunate to have them both go down, to have Mike's game plan fall apart at a rock move missing, but that's how it works, man. You know, you gotta bring more than one type of coverage. Good stuff. Well played by both of them.